For a Disney fan, what could be more exciting than having a Disney resort right on your doorstep? I can still remember the time when Chinese mainland residents had to travel all the way to Hong Kong or even further to relive the fairy tale stories. But since 2016, when the first Disney resort opened on the mainland in Shanghai, residents have been flocking through here to relive the stories of their childhood.
I come here every month. I was one of the first visitors when the Shanghai Disney Resort opened. It helps me ease life pressures. You are apart from the outside world. I get an annual pass every year.
We know all the characters. We saw some students as we arrived. And I'm so jealous. When I was a kid, we didn't have a Disney resort here.
I'd been to Disney Resort abroad, but when this one opened in Shanghai, I've been coming more often, 3 or 4 times a year. Every time I come here, it's a different theme with different colors. So I always buy different toys. At Disney, I feel like I don't have to grow up.
The resort is a joint venture between the Walt Disney Company and the Shanghai Shendi Group, and is one of the largest joint venture projects in the history of China's service sector. Less than 2 years after the opening, it became the world's 8th most popular theme park by visitor numbers, and was the first theme park on the Chinese mainland to make it into the world's top 10 bracket. Last year, after a closure of more than 100 days due to COVID-19, Shanghai Disneyland reopened its gates on May 11th, making it the first Disneyland to reopen during the pandemic.
Previously, Shanghai was just one stop on group travel tours of East China. They'd just stay for a day. But since Shanghai Disney Resort opened, people are now coming on their own. They book their own flight tickets and hotels and usually stay for 2 or 3 days.
And the tourist enthusiasm has already triggered some localization efforts at Disney. A new character, a cutie fox named Lina Bell, made its first global appearance in Shanghai, the first stuffy friend to debut on the Chinese mainland, and the fans here love her.
I just finished my quarantine. I traveled more than 7,000 kilometers from Australia just to see Lina Bell, the hottest star. I spent 1,000 or 2,000 yuan here on each visit.
The pink fox has already become China's newest online sensation. After making her debut at the end of September, the life-size plush animal has taken Chinese social media by storm. On Weibo, the hashtag LinaBell has amassed more than 560 million views. Footage of meet and greets with the pink fox are all over the internet. The success of Shanghai Disney Resort reflects China's continued welcoming of foreign investment. Today, the country is home to the world's largest amusement park market, with 3,000 theme parks nationwide. Just at the end of September, the Universal Beijing Resort opened, making Beijing the top tourist destination during the National Day holiday, according to Trip.com. Tickets for the first day were sold out within 1 minute of going on sale.
In the past, people considered amusement parks really just recreation facilities. But since the introduction of international theme parks, consumption has really upgraded. Ticket prices have come from just 100 or 200 yuan to at least 300 yuan, sometimes 600. Especially with the derivative products and the IPs, things are different. People now visit the parks just for the atmosphere, sometimes just for a certain IP or a hot product.
The big overseas content owners here are finding a home here, as China has been stepping up intellectual property rights protection. When the country joined the World Trade Organization in 2001, it entered into the agreement on trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights to bring its IP laws in line with international standards. Patents, trademarks, copyrights, and industrial designs are important properties, and China recognizes this. The Foreign Investment Law of March 2019 says that intellectual property rights of foreign investors are protected, and the infringements of intellectual property rights are prosecuted strictly in accordance with the law. And that doesn't just protect Lina Bell, it's continuing to encourage new investors. 3 Legoland parks are now under construction in China, in Shanghai, Chengdu, and Shenzhen. Big-time investments, big-time fun, and big-time quality entertainment for the young and old.